Man's only limitation lies in his development and use of his imagination. Hello, I'm Carla, psychotherapist and mindset coach, and on this channel, I help you get unstuck and reach your goals by exploring topics that shift your mindset so you can live your highest potential. We are continuing the reading of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, and I'll be reading from the condensed version, Think and Grow Rich in 10 Minutes a Day. We are on Chapter 5, Imagination, the fifth step toward riches. Man's only limitation lies in his development and use of his imagination. The workshop of the mind. An idea is an impulse of thought that impels action by an appeal to the imagination. Hill refers to imagination as the workshop of the mind. It is there that the abstract impulse of desire is given shape, form, and action in order to become definite plans. Imagination is responsible for all great success. Because of it, we have sent humans into outer space, we have united the globe with wireless communication, we have found cures for deadly diseases, and we have accomplished a variety of other feats. Isn't that the truth? There are two types of imagination. The synthetic imagination, which recycles old concepts, ideas, and plans by producing new combinations, and the creative imagination, which generates new ideas from direct communication with infinite intelligence. Napoleon Hill is telling us here about the two types of imagination we have, synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination is the imagination we use to create from something that already exists. For example, take the cell phone. Think about the very first cell phone. They were huge. And so the iPhone was made from synthetic imagination. It took a concept that already existed, a cell phone, and through different iterations and through the passing of time, using the imagination, synthetic imagination, has created the iPhone that we all have today. And synthetic imagination will continue to be used to make new iterations of the cell phones, and probably in 10 years, these old iPhones we have will look like ancient artifacts. So that's the first one, synthetic imagination, to build off of something that already exists. Another great example is of the chair. Whoever invented the first chair put some legs up above the ground with a back to it. Then somebody added armrests. Then somebody added wheels. Then somebody added a recliner. Then somebody made it a love seat. That's synthetic imagination. Using something that's already created and building off of that, making new combinations of something that already exists. So the second one, straight up creative imagination, is using the imagination to create something that does not exist. As far as we know, something brand new, a brand new idea, a brand new concept. And Napoleon Hill says that we can connect to that creative imagination to download new ideas, create things that have never been seen before through connecting with infinite intelligence. All new ideas come from the creative imagination. It operates only when the conscious mind has been activated by a heavily emotionalized desire through the positive emotions of faith, love, and sex. It is like a muscle. The more it is exercised, the more attuned it will be to the vibrations from infinite intelligence, and the more efficiently it will translate desire into definite plans. Hill recommends that people focus on developing their synthetic imagination as it is used more frequently in the conversion of desire to riches, and its strengthening supports the enhancement of the creative imagination. So don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel and find something so original. Start using your synthetic imagination. Start looking around at what already exists, what other people are building, and see if you can make it in a better way. A new iteration, a new combination, something more efficient. And you're building that muscle so that you can use your creative imagination. When we emphasize our desire and demand that our subconscious generate a plan by which we can obtain the wealth already prepared for us, the subconscious mind digs into its archive of ideas and experiences and identifies a productive combination that can yield our desired end. As we do this, we also strengthen the line of communication by which infinite intelligence can send us a flash of inspiration and/or an opportunity upon which we can act. The science of desire. Ideas can be transmuted into cash through the power of definite purpose plus definite plans. And this is really what it's about. We think about wealth. We think about money. Money is out here. Money is not out here. Products are out here. And the products that are out here came from someone's imagination. It was an idea. It was just a plan at some point. Riches truly lie in our minds. They are ideas that are acted upon. Don't think you have to look out here for riches and for money and for wealth. They all come in the form of ideas. Allow yourself to relax, to be creative, to think about how you want to serve, how you want to create, and take action on that. Get a burning desire and take that action. Tap into your intuition. What's the next best step? They don't have to be huge steps, just little steps each and every day. Having faith and belief in what you want to create. And it's those things that people pay you for. It's a service. Physical reality is comprised of two elements: Matter and energy. Everything in the visible and invisible world starts out as an intangible form of energy that can be converted into different forms, whether different modes of energy or matter. He's saying every single thing in this visible world, in the world of matter, this pen I'm holding, this book holder, this book, this paper, my earrings, this t-shirt, every single thing of matter in this world was first an intangible idea. This is the effect. This is the effect of the cause of a thought or idea that was taken action upon. Anything man-made that you look around, I want you to take a minute. What are you wearing? What is surrounding you? All of the matter of this world was first in energy form of a thought, of an idea. What if nobody followed their hunch of creating the iPhone? What if Edison never kept trying to make the incandescent light? We would still be using candlelight. I mean, somebody would have came up with the idea, but still, I'm so grateful for people acting upon their ideas, upon their desires. It makes my life so much easier. Desire as an impulse of thought is a form of energy. When you translate your desire into its physical equivalent, you are engaging in the same process that nature used to create the earth and all the life forms in it. Definite purpose, when mobilized by the strong vibrations of a burning desire, can translate into action that yields a physical result. Definite purpose, when mobilized by strong vibrations of a burning desire, can translate into action that yields a physical result. So when we have a burning desire, we become high vibratory, the fuel, so to speak, of our burning desire, which forces us to take action. We just cannot contain ourselves. We must act, leading to results, physical results in this world. Ideas often take on a life of their own as they receive inputs of energy and inspiration from infinite intelligence. Definiteness of purpose leads to burning desire, leads to action. Don't wait for plans to come to you before you take action on your purpose and desire. The definite decision to act will force your subconscious to collaborate with your imagination to yield the necessary plans to actualize your desire. Hard work and honesty alone will not bring you riches. You must combine forces with nature to maximize the impact of your imagination. We can have all the ideas in the world. We can talk about it, sing it from rooftops, have groups, have mastermind meetings about it. But if we do not start taking action on a plan, no matter how wonky the plan is to start off with, Napoleon Hill is telling us, don't wait to take action. Don't wait for the perfect plan to come to you before you take action. Just take the action, and then that will spur the force of your subconscious mind to start giving you ideas and support you. It's that co-creation process. And he always ends with our action item, developing the muscle of your synthetic imagination. Read this entire book and then return to this chapter. Strengthen your synthetic imagination by making a list of all the ideas you have ever had for the attainment of your definite chief aim. With full faith that your riches are waiting to be claimed, task your subconscious with turning over these old ideas and determining whether they can produce any new combinations that could yield your desired result. You know when you have a good idea. You know when you can do something. You've dreamed of something. Perhaps you've gotten a business plan together. Perhaps you journaled in a diary. Maybe you have a book of ideas that you've never acted on. I went through something like this. I had an idea of something back in 2020, and I just kind of dusted it off a couple months ago. It's taking on a life of its own. So if there's ever any idea that you have, follow this action item. Make a list of any idea that you've ever thought of. Go look at the old writings that you had and determine whether they can produce a new combination. Perhaps the years since you originally thought of these ideas, maybe you've learned a certain skill. Maybe you've have more life experience. You can look at these ideas from a fresh perspective, a fresh point of view. Who knows what's going to happen? But start fueling that burning desire, your definiteness of purpose, your goals. And when you focus on that, it will churn that fire inside of you, make you feel alive, and you will be impelled to act. So let's practice using our synthetic imagination. How can we better our life or the lives of others? What ideas do you have? All of the great inventors, all of the geniuses, so to speak, don't have anything more than you have. We all have the power to connect with our subconscious mind with infinite intelligence, to use the power of our imagination. We hear those stories all the time. These great inventions were flashed into someone's mind. And instead of saying, oh, that someone else must have already thought about that, or that's going to be too hard to execute, or I don't have the power to do that, they didn't let those negative limiting thoughts into their mind. They took action on it. And now we get to benefit from amazing things. So what are you holding on to? What are you sleeping on? Don't deprive us of the amazing creative ideas that you have stored in the powerhouse of your subconscious mind. This is one of my favorite chapters. I love this. Chapter 5, Imagination, from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. I hope you enjoyed that. We will continue with Chapter 6 next time. If you have any questions, please message me, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.